that I chose was India, and the practice is yoga. I'm going to start out talking about the history of yoga. Yoga originated in northern India more than 5,000 years ago. Archaeologists discovered men that were in yoga poses that were estimated to be 5,000 years old. That's how they figured out that yoga started 5,000 years ago. The archaeologists dug up statues of the Indians that were in all these different yoga poses, so they figured that they were doing yoga back then. It wasn't wrote down for thousands of years. It was just passed down from teachers to students. There wasn't like a set way that they had it wrote down or on videos and stuff like they do now. They just had teachers that taught and passed down the yoga. 2,000 years ago, Patanjali wrote down the principles of yoga, and it's also known as Yoga Sutras. Patanjali, known as the father of yoga, he was the first one who wrote it down and had everything organized, so that's why they call him the father of yoga. This is a physical, mental, and spiritual discipline. Hindu monks brought yoga to the West in the late 19th century. It's very popular across the Western world now, whereas it started out in India. Now it's spread more on the West. Reported musculoskeletal, and mental health improvements have actually been reported in studies that they've done. This actually does do this. It improves your mental state and your musculoskeletal improvements. This is a statue of one of the Indian statues of someone in a yoga pose. Some of the benefits of yoga, there's many wonderful benefits that they found to come from yoga. It ranges from mental to physical in the benefit. They say that it's a pure, unrestrained freedom that comes from the mind, body, and spirit all working together in sync. And when you do yoga, that is the goal, is to have your mind, body, and spirit all together. It is religious meditation practiced in Indian cultures. They use it to pray, to meditate, to speak to their gods, and their gods speak back to them through meditation and yoga. And it's spread absolutely throughout the whole world today. Nobody around the world pretty much doesn't know of yoga. The mental benefits are it improves your mood, it reduces anxiety and stress. It has actually been found to decrease depression. People that are clinically depressed, they've actually had studies and things done that show that it decreases depression without having to use medication. It positively affects the quality of life. It promotes spiritual growth. The physical benefits are it reduces the risk of heart disease. This has actually been proven that it reduces the risk for heart disease. It lowers high blood pressure. It improves symptoms of heart failure. People that have actually gone into heart failure, they've used yoga as a treatment for it, and it's brought them back out of it. It can reduce chronic pain. For example, people that have like chronic lower back pain, they will have them doing yoga as like a physical therapy, and they did a study on it for people that had chronic pain, and they had them doing yoga as physical therapy, and they had no pain medication, and they reported that the pain actually went away from doing yoga. It helps with insomnia, people that can't sleep. It helps them sleep better. and it's actually been found beneficial for treating asthma. The process of yoga is pretty much the reason why they started doing this and why people use it now is because we live in a materialistic world. Yoga brings you back in touch with nature. It brings out your spiritual side. It helps you concentrate on being aware, your attention, and it helps you concentrate on using all of your senses. It gives you inner self-confidence. It brings you back down to reality from the materialistic world that we live in. You can get caught up in all the materialistic things and the crazy chaos of the world, and when you do yoga, it brings you back down and gives you a peace, brings you back down to reality. Here's some pictures of different yoga poses in nature. That's where a lot of people do yoga. And that is the end. Thank you.